Hey everybody, it's Romania Black. We are on episode 8 of Hanako-Kun, and I am so excited. So I went back and rewatched some of the episodes, and I found an edition of episode 5 of the Confession Tree. It cut off a few weeks ago, and so I finally rewatched the episode, and I found a version that had the very ending of that. And in that very ending, it shows us the lookalike to Hanako-Kun in the shadows. And I'm actually really glad that I didn't see that, because last episode it was such a surprise to see this other mysterious Hanako-Kun lookalike that's called his brother show up, that I'm like, oh man, it wouldn't have been such a surprise if I'd seen that preview with Sakura. I went back and rewatched episode 7, and we have the green-haired girl's name is Sakura, and we have Natsuhiko. So we have our inverse trio, of which I'm all for. We have our inverse trio. And I also wanted to point out, I didn't notice this until rewatching last episode, but when Hanako gets off of Yashiro after he holds her down, his hand is clenched, he's so frustrated. And this super serious side of Hanako-Kun is really scary. And it makes me think that something really bad has happened. And I want to know what that is. So, poor Minamoto. Of course, Hanako just sent him away with this random, I'm assuming it's a wonder, because in the OP, or in the part where they're explaining the wonders, in episode 6, they mentioned that one of them is a traitor, and that girl, the teenage girl, is shown as one of the wonders. So I'm wondering which number she is, and I'm wondering more about her personality. Her likening our poor little cinnamon bun Minamoto cow, or Minamoto Ko, with someone that likes porn is just hilarious. And he's a middle schooler, so I'm curious to see what the resolution is. He's wanting to exorcise her, but instead of exercising violently, he wants her to confess her regrets and figure all that out. So I'm wondering if we'll see what happens with that. I have no clue where they're going to take this mysterious ghost girl. I got my younger brother to go back and watch episodes 1 through 7 with me, and he was like, oh, Minamoto has a waifu now. And I was like, don't be saying that. We already have one person obsessed with a dead person. We don't need two. So, I don't know. But anyway, this show has me super excited to see what happens next. I really want to know more about this Hanako-Kun lookalike, what Sakura's deal is. Also, in the broadcast room, I didn't comment on it last episode, but the weird eye, the you say I, the lips and the ear, it's like see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, but they're all just floating around her in this bizarre environment. I'm assuming it's a boundary, that the broadcast room is a boundary, but it had a very cool world, Bakshi vibe to it, and watching it again, I'm like, what a weird random art choice. And then Natsu and Sakura just whatever. Also, does Sakura like the Hanako lookalike? It seems like poor Natsuhiko is in the same boat as Minamoto, although based on the last episode, if Yashiro stays alive, her and Minamoto might have a chance. Who knows? I don't know. There's so many theories and toss-ups, and I don't know what's going to happen. I just want to dive into this episode and find out. I'm so glad you all are watching with me. I hope you all enjoy the reaction and enjoy the episode, but we are going to dive in to episode 8 of Toilet Bound Hanako-Kun, and we're going to start this sucker here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. What was that episode? Y'all, I'm sorry if that reaction, I was speechless through most of it, but there just so much just changed this late in the story, and I'm trying to process it. So I feel so bad for Ko, because I love that this episode was focused just on him. And Ko has tried to deal with this idea of, okay, I don't want to be an exorcist and do things I want to be an exorcist, but I don't want to do things like my brother. My brother's just let's just destroy all these ghosts. They don't have souls. They're heartless. Let's just destroy them. And Ko's like, no, Hanako-Kun has showed me that they can help people and be kind and be friendly. So I don't want to do it that way. And And there's a little bit of blame on Hanako-Kun because he just kind of like shoved off Mitsuba and was like, yeah, you can just help him with his regrets. But I don't think that he anticipated that this other lookalike would show up in the picture. Oh my gosh, what a psychopath. Wow. I feel so bad for KOU because his brother was like, I trusted you to be the exorcist, and the word backfired came back twice in this. Like, it backfired on you. You couldn't be the exorcist I wanted you to. And then him trying to reason with the ghost and get it to... It would have worked if it wasn't for this Hanako lookalike. It would have worked. This episode did a great job of just showing how dangerous the inverse trio is. Like, not only is Hanako's inverse, which I love the fact that Hanako grants wishes for the living, this other one grants wishes for the dead. Like, that's such a cool duality. But if so they seem to be brothers, twins maybe, and they both have died, and maybe one ended up taking care of the dead, one taking care of the living. There's still so much mystery around the circumstance of what happened. That little glimpse of us seeing the one brother dead, apparently, I'm so curious, like what happened. But this episode showed us exactly how dangerous our villains are. Like the ability of that ghost to turn other ghosts into monsters is terrifying because he can take whatever price he wants. And then Sakura's power is terrifying with that radio creating the rumors that this show has done a beautiful job of giving us the world building of, yes, the rumor shaped the ghost. So giving us that world building. So it makes me wonder if, as a joke, back so long ago, did Amani's brother make the joke that Hanako-Kun was a girl and in the girls' restroom? Was that the joke? And that rumor got spread, and for a while Hanako was like a girl? Was that did you use that just to poke fun at his brother? And then somewhere along the lines, that rumor got dispelled or disbanded? It still makes me wonder why Yashiro's the one that got to see Hanako and not others. But, oh my gosh, you guys, this episode, there was just so much. I feel so bad for Mitsuba. All they wanted was a friend to connect with, and the idea that you conformed to try to not seem weird, but by conforming you don't stand out at all and you're not able to be yourself, and being yourself is what makes you friends. And so that's such a beautiful message, and for KOU to kind of show Mitsuba that, and for KOU to remember Mitsuba after, that comes out, and for it to seem like they were just building this friendship and it was going to work out, and taking the photos. I want to take a photo of a friend. I thought for a second that the whole photo that Mitsuba wanted to take was Mitsuba with a friend, and so I thought that Mitsuba was going to turn the camera and take a photo of him and KOU together. I thought that's just where it was going. And then, oh my gosh. And the fact that the Amani brother hurt KOU, like pushed him up against a locker and hurt him. Like, this just showed us, like, this trio is not to be messed with. And I'm wondering, this is all leading us towards the final episode of the season. And I'm wondering because you've got Teru that's on to the three, the bad trio. Teru's on to something. You've got that. Minamoto KOU is like, he is going to be out for revenge, I'm sure, against this brother, because it's really the brother's fault that Mitsuba passed on. And the scary thing that it's so sad that there wasn't anything they could do, that Hanako's just like, nah, I gotta get rid of this ghost because it's too late. So I'm wondering why the teacher hasn't said too much about the brother, unless he knows how deep rooted this trauma and psychosis is with Hanako-Kun, and he's like, let's just not bring the brother up because that's just going to open up a big can of worms. But now both Yashiro and Minamoto KOU know about the brother. So I'm betting next episode they're going to ask Hanako about the brother and be like, you need to tell us some details because kids are starting to get hurt, things are getting serious, and we want to know what's up. And I have a feeling Teru is going to be like, nope, time to start making things happen. I'm wondering where Akihito fits into this, or Natsuhito fits into this, what he's going to do, because Sakura seems like she's helping this brother the same way that Yashiro helps Hanako. So I'm wondering if I don't think she's dead. So does she have a crush on the brother and she's just helping him? Kind of like Yashiro helping Hanako, even though she's technically bound to him. And we still don't have, Minamoto doesn't know about the curse with Yashiro. I'm still waiting for that whole to come around and be a plot point. I was really thinking that for a moment, Minamoto was going to blame Hanako and get mad at him about Mitsuba, but it really wasn't Hanako's fault. And we have seen firsthand now about this brother and just how scary he is. And he is psychotic. Like, I was that, and that's like, one of you said a few weeks ago, and I'm sorry, I can't remember your name, but a few weeks ago, I think it was when we were doing episode 4, I'm like, man, this episode's scary. And you were like, laughs in future episodes. And I was like, it can't get scarier than that in this cutesy show. That was terrifying. So you are correct. You were right. Oh my gosh. I didn't know what was going to happen this episode. I didn't think it was going to be Minamoto centered. And I was just, again, I'm sorry I did not talk much in this episode, but I was floored. Like, this episode just came out of nowhere. I figured we'd see the brother again, the evil brother. I figured he'd come into play and just, like, be at the end of the episode and be like, oh, hey, I'm back. Nope, he is here to show us exactly why we should be afraid. And we have 4 episodes left. So much could happen. I don't know what's going to happen next, because I have not seen a preview for this episode, and I don't know if I want to watch a preview, because honestly, missing that one segment from episode 5 that previewed the evil brother, missing that and getting the full reveal of him in episode was so rewarding that I don't think I'm going to look up the preview. I think I'm just going to let this episode cut off like it is, and hopefully nothing important was missed, but eventually when I watch the whole season and we get through episode 12, I'll go back and see if I missed anything. But you guys, this episode was so good. So good. And I keep saying I'm so excited to see the next episode, because I am. But this was so good. So thank you all for watching with me. I've rambled enough. Comment down below with your thoughts on the episode, and I will be happy to comment alongside you. And no spoilers, please, but feel free to comment what you thought. If anything from past episodes that didn't get brought up, now it comes to light here. This show you can just theory craft on, and I'm so ready to see where it goes from here. So thank you guys so much. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Stay safe, take care, and I will be back soon with episode 9 of Toilet Bound Hanako-Kun. See you guys. Bye.